New York City Mayor Eric Adams appeared in court for a hearing Wednesday afternoon on whether corruption charges against him should be dropped. Adams is accused of accepting more than $100,000 in illegal campaign contributions and other perks from Turkish officials while he was Brooklyn Borough president. He pleaded not guilty to fraud and bribery charges in September. The mayor has also denied any kind of quid pro quo deal with the Justice Department, which allegedly involved him helping Immigration and Customs Enforcement in exchange for dismissal of the case. Several of Mayor Adams' top aides have resigned amid the controversy. Adams' trial is scheduled to begin in April if the charges against him are not dismissed. For more, let's bring in CBS News Department of Justice correspondent Scott MacFarlane, who was in the courtroom Wednesday in Manhattan. So, Scott, what happened inside the courtroom?
What we have, Lindsay, is a cliffhanger. The fate of the mayor of America's largest city is hanging in the balance. This critical case for the Department of Justice that they are unilaterally trying to dismiss hangs in the balance because what the judge faced today in federal court in Manhattan is unprecedented. You have a newly elected president installing people at the Department of Justice trying to drop the case of a major city mayor, in part because they want the mayor to help the president with his initiatives. That's just different than what the Department of Justice usually does. Lindsay, if they're going to dismiss a case, it's usually because facts have shifted, points of law have been raised. This is just different. And Judge Dale Ho says he needs some time to figure out how to navigate this.
Do you find it interesting that perhaps the last time that Emil Bove and Todd Blanche were in that area, that they were defending the current president when at the time he was running?
Yeah. Trump's one-time defense lawyers, now the acting #2 official at the Justice Department, arguing a case just down the street from where Trump was prosecuted in Manhattan. What's more, there were so many echoes of 2024 in that courtroom today. Emil Bove, the prosecutor, saying the previous Department of Justice was weaponized against the mayor. The case should be dropped. That the mayor is a candidate for election in the primary in June, and that this would be election interference. You could hear the phrases, Lindsay, from 2024 from a figure
arguing for a Democrat.
Arguing for a Democrat, yeah.
So what are the national implications of this? Why should people who aren't in Manhattan be paying close attention?
This could cascade nationwide. First of all, there's already been a wave of resignations of prosecutors inside the Department of Justice who don't like this at all and want out. We interviewed longtime federal defense lawyer Mark Cohen about why this impacts the rest of the country. Take a listen to what he had to tell us.
To me, the criminal justice system nationwide is on trial here. This is obviously not a trial. It's a motion to decide whether or not to continue this case. But Mayor Adams is being treated differently than anyone I've ever seen who's been under indictment in the nearly 40 years that I've been a prosecutor and defense attorney.
So what's the broader impact nationwide, Lindsay? Will other prosecutors elsewhere in the country be chilled, disincentivized to take a case against somebody who's aligned with Donald Trump?
Okay, you mentioned cliffhanger. We all in the news, we want to know when. We want to know where, why, how, when. So when are we going to have a resolution to this?
The judge indicated there is a time sensitivity to this. There's a case hanging over the mayor's head right now that's uncertain. I say you measure it in days, not weeks, but it is a cliffhanger, and the judge didn't say exactly when, and everybody's waiting for that response.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but the first response that we could get from the judge is not whether the case is dropped, but whether he is going to involve this third prosecutor that would represent the citizens, right?
That's right, because nobody was standing in that courtroom today speaking for the citizens, the alleged victims of this crime. The judge flirted with the idea of bringing in somebody to argue on behalf of the case, maybe a former prosecutor, some of whom have said they'd like to be heard on this. That could be decided first.
Okay, Scott MacFarlane, good to see you. Thank you.